Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you today? You may hear a little bit in the background of, it sounds like they're doing some construction down my street today. So you get a little bit of background with that. I'm Rita Hickman, body-mind expert, productivity coach, burnout coach. Basically, hey, Deb, great to see you. I work with women and help them untangle the misunderstandings about how they work so that they can actually live the life that they want to live. They can get, rid of the IBS, they can reverse, the health issues, they can manage the chronic pain. Hi, Deb. And they can really start to self-actualize and be the people that they want to be. So when there's big things going on, whether it's, relationship issues or kids leaving the nest or jobs or boundaries or whatever it may be, I teach people the Eastern medicine methods for managing all that. Hey, Geneva, good to see you. So this morning I was looking for, the topic for today's live stream, and I came across this latest research paper because I'm totally a nerd about this stuff. Hey, Beth. This research paper that was giving advice for people who felt unmotivated. They, studied all of these people who were trying to reach their goals, whether it's, lose weight or get a job promotion, or hey, Ellen, whatever it may be. They studied these people. And most times, the issue that someone's struggling with, for me, it was boundaries. For me, it was relationship stuff and being a good girl and being a people pleaser. When you have a problem like something like that, you tend to get a little bit obsessed about it. You want to solve the problem because it's controlling your life, and you've tried like a million trillion things, and the problem isn't, hey Martin, the problem isn't that you don't know enough. The problem isn't that you don't have enough information. The problem is that you're unmotivated around it. So I completely recognized this a number of years ago, and it kind of started me on my path to entrepreneurship. I started my business because I know I needed a really good reason to reverse a lot of the things that were getting in my way, that were holding me back. It was my mental health, my physical health, relationships, friendships, all of it. I knew there was this stuff that was holding me back, and I knew I needed motivation. And so for me, my motivation was to start a career where I did exactly what this research said, which was to give advice. When you're feeling unmotivated, it's not because you don't have the secret pill. You don't have the magic answer. That's not it. It's because when we go and we get advice from somebody, when we go to a guru and have them tell us what to do, we're gathering information, but it doesn't motivate us. It doesn't light that fire underneath us, unless they're a really good mentor or teacher. But they found what gives you that motivation, almost like 50% more. Hey, Lillian, good to see you. Almost like 50% more. The motivation comes from giving advice to other people. So I set my life up that I give a lot of advice to people. Clearly, every morning on these live streams, I give my advice. Fortunately, I do it, and I think I do it in a way that recognizes that I'm just as fallible and just as screwed up as everybody else. I've just been studying this topic a lot more and have put habits and practices in place that have allowed me to kind of overcome them. So if you are feeling unmotivated, if you know you need to lose weight, if you know you need to speak up, if you know you need to do something, when it was me, whenever I needed to reinvent myself or make a life shift, I went back to school, I learned more things, and it got me engaging with people. Not only people and instructors giving advice to me, but me giving advice back. That is what motivates us. When we are able to share, like I do every morning, or in my practice, when we're able to share the knowledge that we have and the wisdom, the life experience, it actually motivates us and moves us forward to accomplish those goals. So if you are looking to make a change in your life, one of the best things you can do is find somebody else who's wants to make a change in their life and talk to them about it. Not in the, woe is me, I can't get anything done, what's wrong with me, not that attitude, but you know what, this is what I've learned. This is what's moved me forward. This is what worked for me. This is what didn't work for me. It's that whole process of sharing and self-reflecting and looking at what you know in a lot of different situations. That's what gets the spark going. That's what gets us ready to go forward and completing the things that actually will get us to lose the weight or will get us to speak up and make a change. It's not so much about being the eternal seeker, which a lot of us love to do, because then we can just continue to gather information about a situation and become extremely knowledgeable, but then hypocrites because we can't do it in our own life. Speaking of hypocrisy, that's one of the big things that people struggle with, is we don't give advice because we feel like hypocrites. But the cool thing is when you recognize, when you own what you do know, what you have accomplished, the successes that you have had, and the failures, and what you learned from those failures, when you do that practice, rather than the judgmentalism, I'm a bad person, when you do that practice and share authentically, you're not a hypocrite. And you can feel comfortable sharing what you know and what you've learned with other people who are struggling with the same thing. And when you do that, when you set up something in your life, maybe you go to 12-step meetings, maybe you start coaching or mentoring, or maybe you join a self-help group of some sort. When you do that and when you give advice, it motivates you to complete the things that you already have all the information about. It's not that you don't have enough willpower. It's not that you're not enough. It's not that you're broken. It's not that everybody else is broken. It's not that, it's a happy fantasy that you complete things. What it is you connect with other people, you self-reflect on what you know, and it gets you excited and motivated to stay back on your path. So, when you're feeling unmotivated again, because you've tried everything and taken all the programs and gathered all the information and none of them have worked, I want you to try finding somebody else struggling with the same sort of thing, and I want you to share your advice with them. Hey, Wilfreda, I want you to share what you know. I want you to share authentically what your successes have been as well as your failures and what you've learned from them. So, if you feel stuck in any of these sorts of things, one, try giving advice, or two, you can always send me a message or an email, and we'll do a quick clarity call and get you back on a good path. That's no problem. So, okay, if you feel stuck, contact me, and also comment on other people's comments, love, like, share, because that's the Facebook algorithm. This is an important piece of information, so I really hope you share this one. That instead of beating yourself up and feeling like a failure, one of the best ways to get back on track after you've fallen off the horse or the wagon or whatever it may be is to gather together with other people who have a similar problem and share with them what you know. And let them share with you what they know, because when they give advice to you, it motivates them too, okay? So I want you to consider that. Stop looking at advice and start giving advice about the same problem you need to struggle with. Cool? Cool. All right, I will see you tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody has to say about giving advice and what they love about it and all that neat jazz. And I'll look for you tomorrow. Bye.